Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and get into Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 3, Beantown Wedding Throwdown. If you are brand new to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. If you enjoy the content, hop into the comment section and let's talk about this. So, Michael and Jasmina. So, initially, when they did the whole clink, 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 Jasmina did not seem that thrilled to kiss Michael. She kind of made a face. She kind of sighed and was like, oh, this. So I was like, oh, maybe, because, I already think she don't like him. Like, I think I've said that before. I don't think that she is all the way attracted to him. She has mentioned, like, them not having a big spark yet, them having just a little tiny spark. And so I'm kind of wondering if she really does like him physically. I don't think she's physically attracted to him. I'm saying that because of the height issue. You have to give these women that want a tall man a tall man. It takes nothing for you to find a man that is taller than her for that to work. But he's actually the one that's not prepared. So she like playfully holds up like a bean or something from I think something they were eating. And then he has to take the gum out of his mouth. And she was like, you don't want to kiss me? Kind of playfully. So we see that Jasmina has a very playful personality. But he tells her that he was chewing the gum because he wanted to be ready. Because he was, want to be fresh in case, you go in and kiss again. This is still a first date. This is still first impressions. So I don't want you out thinking that, I got tart breath. That, I don't have the good hygiene, the good oral hygiene that everybody has been talking about. So they go ahead and do that. And I feel like conversation with Jasmina flows rather easily. I'm still very stuck on Michael. Michael still just seems like a wet rag to me. You know what I mean? We don't see Michael talking a lot. We don't see Michael initiating the conversation a lot. So I'm really concerned about them matching personality wise. So she asked him, does he love pets? He said he likes pets, he loves pets, but he doesn't have time to dedicate to one. So he said that he's typically out of the house by 7 and out of the house by 4, and he's home by 7 Monday through Friday. On the weekends, things are a little different because of his client schedule. I forgot what he does. Is he a personal trainer? I think he's a personal trainer. So Jasmina is actually worried about that because she wants somebody that's going to be emotionally available for her. So what has been happening in the past with her is she meets someone, she falls for this person, and then that person is just not emotionally there for her. So having somebody that is gone through that much throughout the day, like waking up that early and being gone. So you're missing breakfast, you're missing dinner, you're at work during lunch. So like when would they have time to really connect and get to know each other? And I think that's what Jasmina is the most worried about, because she looked very like taken aback at how much he would be gone. And I feel like Michael looks like the type that when he comes home, that's a long day. That's a very long time to be out of your house. And Michael seems like the type that when he comes home, he might want to unwind. He want to sit back. He said he goes to sleep around 8:39, so that leaves them like an hour and a half of time together. So I think that's going to be the biggest issue, because how well are you going to get to know somebody? How much are you guys going to be able to really connect if you have, realistically, an hour and a half to 2 hours together? So she goes to talk to his sisters. I love his sisters. They seem super supportive of him. They seem very open to whoever he's dating. Their only thing is like, don't mess over my brother. So they don't seem like the type of sisters that would be overbearing. So his sisters are like, we don't want to bombard you, but our mother died. They give the date from breast cancer. So they were like, so you see, we're all wearing these breast cancer pins. So this is kind of our welcome to the family. So here's a pin. And Jasmina starts to tear up because she's like, woo. But that was like super, super sweet to take something that they took as like a family moment, something that, you know, the siblings already did, and welcome her in that way. So they tell her to just be patient with him, be patient with them. They said that they're not overbearing, they don't want to like be in their mix, but they're just a really, you know, they're a really close, tight-knit family. So they ask her if she has any family traditions, and she said she doesn't have any for real because her parents were divorced. So, you know, she would kind of split holidays. So they tell her, well, you got family now. So now it's not going to just be, you know, us and Michael. It's going to be Michael and his wife and then us. So I thought it was very, very dope the way his sisters not only welcomed Jasmina in, but they seemed very genuine about it. Because I'm sure that can be very intense where you're going from, you're dating a guy who seems, he's not like a mama's boy, but he's very into, you can tell he's very close to his sisters. You can tell they're very protective of him. So for them to like graciously open their arms to her, super dope. So we see Michael talking to her parents, and they ask about his intentions, and he said to be his full self and to be vulnerable. He wants to be more vulnerable than he has ever been with anyone else. So that's what he is, that's what he's kind of wanting to do with her, kind of open up, tap into a different part of himself that he has never been able to do with other relationships. So her stepfather was like, well, don't come in here being weak, but don't bully her either. Sometimes it's best to just be quiet. And he was like, is that the best advice? Like, should I just not say anything at all? And her stepfather was like, sometimes, yeah. And her mother was like, no, that's not the best advice. The best thing to do is to have open and honest communication. Shutting yourself off and being quiet and not talking is not going to work for her. And Jasmina seems like that wouldn't work for her. Like, from what we have seen, she has a very open personality. She doesn't seem like somebody that is very closed off. She has a lot of personality from what we've seen. She's the one that's been keeping this going with Michael. So, but her mother is like just open and honest communication. And if I recall, Jasmina is the one whose boyfriend had a baby on her, right? So yeah, I wouldn't think, I feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't think that being quiet and closing yourself off to her at times because you think that's what she wants would be the best thing either. So on the wedding night, Jasmina said that she is excited to wake up to somebody. She said it's been a while since she has woken up to somebody, you know, in the bed with her. So she's kind of ready for it. She's taking off her makeup. It's just kind of like, he's going to have to see me as is. But she seems to have a very calm, even-keeled approach to this. Whereas I feel like Michael is like nervous. So she goes in and she asks him if he's uncomfortable sleeping in bed with her because she's a stranger. And he was like, no, it's cool. And she was like, so you do this often? You know, this is what we do all the time. And I like how she's able to playfully say something, like playfully break the ice with him. Because I feel like if she didn't, he looks like he gives one-word answers. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm missing some stuff in Michael that his family is always like, oh yeah, he's this and that, but I also feel like I don't think they're going to work. They do kind of cuddle into each other at the end. She playfully like gave him a rose. So you can see that she's trying, even though we know that the physical attraction is not all the way solely there for Jasmina. I like that she's giving it the good college try and that she's not like being like Alyssa. So if you are brand new to the channel, again, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the other videos. Check out the other videos from the other 4 couples from tonight. Hop in the comment section. hit the notification bell. What else do I miss? All that good stuff. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next one.